Hi, my name is Jesse Shale, and I'm the head football coach here at Miami Christian School in Miami, Florida. In this clip, we're going to talk about playing 8-man football, which might be a new concept for some of you just tuning into this. 8-man football is kind of what it sounds like. It's just 11-man football with 3 less players. Usually the way this happens is on offense, you still have a center and 2 guards, but now you erase the tackles that are usually there. You still have a couple of wide receivers, but 1 wide receiver is also taken out of the picture. And then you have 3 running backs in the backfield. And this is how we accomplish the 8 men on the offensive side. Defensively, usually 2 defensive backs are taken out. So you might have a defensive back here, a defensive back here, and 1 as perhaps a safety. Then you have defensive linemen. You're going to take out 1 of your defensive linemen. So you'll have 1 defensive lineman, 1 defensive lineman, and 1 defensive lineman, filling in with the rest with linebackers, and that's how we accomplish 8 men on the defensive side. So there's a lot of different variances that you can see when it comes to 8-man football. Another rule change that has to come into play is the 7-man on the line. When you have 8-man football, it's required that you only have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it wouldn't make sense if you had to have 7, because then you'd only have 1 person off the line. So you have to have at least 5 men on the line. And there's any kind of varying combinations of formations that you can have. You can have a split backfield. You can have a traditional I backfield. You can bring in 1 of your wide receivers in close. There's still a lot of the options that you normally have in 11-man football. You just adjust it to 8-man football, where there isn't as many linemen and maybe 1 less wide receiver. Same thing defensively. You might have still a 3-man defensive line, which you also see in 11-man football, but it's reduced in the number of linebackers or defensive backs. There's a lot of speed involved in 8-man football, and that's one of the things that 8-man football can take advantage of. It's not as easy to hide the people on your team that can't run. In this case, if you can get 2 or 3 people blocked, there's a lot of room for you to score touchdowns and get a lot of first downs in this case. So that's one of the advantages of 8-man football, and also the disadvantages. You've got to be very disciplined and keep it within the team. 1 or 2 good blocks could cause high scores to come up. Let me reiterate, speed is a huge part of this. 1 or 2 blocks, and it could mean a touchdown. This is Coach Jesse Shale. Thanks for watching.